Hey folks, Dr. McCarthy here, author of the book, The McCarthy Method, Unlock the New You. And today I'm going to do just a short video on the top 3 reasons that it's difficult to lose weight in perimenopause and menopause and what you can do about it. We help a lot of people. I just put up a post the other day. It was actually today. On a client of ours who's a female in her 60s, and she's had trouble for years losing weight, and inside of 6 weeks she's down 20 pounds. And I'm going to touch on a couple of different things, but top 3 reasons. First one is hormonal changes. Of course, everyone knows that's what's going on during perimenopause into menopause. You've got hormone changes, specifically in your estrogen and progesterone levels, and there's one golden way to test for this, and it's a dried urine test. The blood tests don't really measure the free fraction of your hormones, so when you get your blood drawn and they tell you, yo, you're deficient in this or that, that's not the gold standard. So we use a specific test, and if anyone wants more information than that, I'd be more than happy to share that with you. You got to know your estrogen and progesterone levels before, especially before you start taking anything. But when you've got these hormonal changes, it leads to an increase in fat storage, specifically visceral fat. That's the fat around your abdomen. And that's the fat that drives inflammation and drives all kinds of chronic diseases. So it's important to get rid of that. And coincidentally, the client I was just telling you about, her visceral fat has dropped significantly since we started her on our protocols. So when you've got these hormonal changes, it decreases your metabolism, just makes it harder to lose weight. There was a post I put up earlier in the week. Is it harder after age 40? Of course. So what do you do for these hormonal changes? Healthy fats may help. Things like olive oil and avocado and coconut oil can help with that. But one of the major players that we see is females who are dealing with blood sugar dysregulation, where your blood sugar is going too high, then too low, and too high throughout the course of the day. And this activates enzymes that convert your hormones. And in many cases, in females, you see their estrogen gets converted into testosterone. And that's not a good deal. You don't want to deal with that. So you've got to balance your blood sugar. And we do that with all of our clients. And we hold your hand and we show you, hey, here's the foods to eat. Here's the foods to avoid. Here's when you need to eat. Here's how many times you got to eat. Another thing that has a great impact on hormonal changes is intermittent fasting. And we show folks how to do that as well. You want to decrease your cortisol levels, because the cortisol, we'll touch more on that later, but the cortisol is what's going to drive the blood sugar issues. And of course, there's some supplements that we use with some folks. Some folks don't need them, some do. If you can fix the blood sugar regulation, there's a lot less supplements that you would need. The number 1, hormonal changes. Number 2, muscle loss with aging. And as you lose muscle mass, your metabolism slows down. And that's one of the things that we look at. Our scale measures all kinds of different things, not just your weight. The weight's important, but we want to see that you're losing fat. We also want to see that your metabolism is increasing, and you can do that by changing your diet. During menopause, there's muscle loss, and there's just normal aging. We lose muscle, and as the muscle mass decreases, your metabolism decreases. So if you have a slow metabolism, it means that you're burning less calories. Even at rest, you're burning less calories than you were years ago. So one of the things that we look at is your resting metabolism. We also measure that. When we look at the resting metabolism, we want to see that increasing. So some things that you could do, we have lots of folks do this: strength training, increase your muscle mass. You increase your muscle mass, you're going to increase your metabolism. You want to I know many times people will go to the gym 3 days a week and they'll spend an hour on the treadmill. I don't buy that. I'm not a big fan of that. You want to balance your cardio workouts with resistance. You want to build muscle mass, especially as you get into perimenopause and menopause. You want to build muscle mass. I'm not saying you got to become a bodybuilder, but you got to stop muscle loss. One program that I'm a big fan of is high intensity interval training. Really powerful program. So you can still get some cardio with that if you want that, but you're going to do resistance strength work, and you don't have to do this for hours on end. So that's number 2, muscle loss with aging, slowing your metabolism. Number 3, stress and sleep issues. They become much more prevalent in menopause. Depression, much more prevalent in menopause. Chronic stress increases your cortisol. It makes it harder to lose weight, specifically around your abdomen here. It makes you crave sugars. It makes you crave bad fats, potato chips and the like. So what you want to do here is practice better sleep hygiene. Go through protocols. No screens. Don't be scrolling on the phone right before bed. Don't eat right before bed. No alcohol right before bed. You want to do that and practice that. The sound machines are very good too. Manage stress through prayer, through meditation. I do yoga. I'm not in a religious way. I do that in a stretching my body kind of way, but it helps to reduce stress. Consistent bedtime routine, just like I was saying, you don't want to go to bed at 8 o'clock one day, 11 o'clock the next day, 2 a.m. the next day, and you want to practice mindful eating. Pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth, because the nutrients that you're putting into your body are what's going to make up new cells inside your body. So you're either feeding yourself for growth and for improvement, or you're feeding yourself for death and disaster. So you've got to make the wise choice there. So again, number 1, hormonal changes. Number 2, muscle loss with aging. Number 3, stress and sleep issues. You want to make start with some small changes. You don't have to do all of these things that I told you tomorrow, but make small changes so that you can practice these small habit changes and turn it into a sustainable lifestyle habit, so that this is what you're going to do going forward. It's harder. I understand that. It's not impossible. We're doing it every day, and just like I told you with my client, 6 weeks, 20 pounds down. She's not starving. There's no drugs. She's not even really exercising as much as maybe she should, but down 20 pounds, and she's lost fat. So we're improving her health. So if you or someone you know and love is dealing with an issue with difficulty losing weight, please reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to help, give you my guidance and my support. I'll show you the way we do things here in our office, and if that jibes with you, I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you. God bless you.